Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Today we are in a webinar on the Ars platform. Today we're going to take you through a walkthrough of the platform. First of all, we're going to introduce you to Christine Borshnick from Saskatchewan, who is one of the premier coaches and senior coaches on our platform. And we're going to pretty much give you an overview of what you can expect in terms of diversity, in terms of everything to do with the platform. So first of all, I'll let Christine introduce herself. Christine, go ahead, introduce yourself to our audience here.
Hey everybody, it is so great to have you here. I'm Christine Borshnick. I have been dealing with folks for 22 years, a little bit over 22 years, working with people who have problems with being in their body, so self-image issues, trauma issues. I have been a massage therapist, a somatic experiencing practitioner for 12 of those years, and also an erotic blueprint coach. So what I found was when we started to lift off the trauma off of people's nervous systems, there was so much life-giving energy that just wanted to flourish, and really folks just really wanted to cultivate a new life. And so I really needed to find different ways in which to give people the tools and tricks to really flourish and thrive in their lives. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay, before we get ahead of ourselves, I think I should just introduce myself. I'm David from the Ars team. I'm a developer on this platform. And what this platform was initially geared to was serving our clients in a way that was sort of pandemic proof, because we realized that even though there was a pandemic on and people could not go to therapists and so on, we knew that the problems would not go away, they would actually increase. And so what we did was we created an online platform so that we can continue to serve our clients. But it's grown a little bit since then, and we are actually quite excited by what we've created here. We've created a platform that not only makes things easier for our clients, but makes it more economically sound. And so our clients have been giving us rave reviews over this new platform that we've created just for them. And we want to share it with the rest of the world. So this is why we're having this webinar, first of all, to take you on a little bit of a walkthrough, give you some background and so on. Now, Christine here has been a somatic experiencing practitioner. She deals with trauma like myself. She's very storied in her background and so on. So first of all, I'm going to let her give you a little bit of an overview in terms of what it is like to see a somatic experiencing practitioner, an erotic blueprint coach, what you can expect from that coach, and then we'll get into the specifics of the platform. Christine, go ahead. Tell us what is it like to come to a coach or a therapist?
Yeah, so many times people don't understand what the experience is going to be like. And so for the folks that come to me, usually they're coming because they know that there's something more. There's something more to their life, that they're not reaping all the fruit of their life. So they're feeling like something's missing. So when they're coming to me, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the depth of who they are and what's standing in the way of what they're wanting. So whether if it's deep connection or intimacy with self, or to remove some of the barriers or beliefs that they have from past trauma, and just really allowing that to be safely removed and supported. And once those things start to actually move out of the way, the ability for the person to really show up in their true essence is nothing less than amazing. And when we are in the trueness of who we are, the trueness of ourselves, then we get to come into relationship with another human being in these really deep, profound ways. And so what's really fun for me is watching somebody come in and say, I actually don't know why I'm here, but I know there's something more. And then we start to really hone in and figure out what it is that this couple or person needs in order to really blossom into what they're really wanting in their lives.
Yes, exactly. And I think for most therapists and most coaches, we have the same experience and the same um, um, interaction with our clients. A client may come into you with one problem, which they think is the seed of their problem, and it may be something completely different. So let us talk about the Ars Essentia platform. I want to give you guys an overview of how we've structured the coaching curriculum here. So the benefit of coming to Ars Essentia is that this is not like going to see a psychotherapist or counselor in office. What we are trying to do is educate people on the substantive issues of their problems, the elements that go into problem solving and the elements that go into the methodologies that create solutions for problem solving. So we have a platform where you can come in, learn about your problem. You will be exposed to a therapist who will guide you through methodologies of solving your problem. And we also have included bonus content from each and every one of our therapists for you guys, whether it be written content, whether it be production content, or whatever else. We have a meditation store. So in every one of these courses that you will be undertaking, there will be a bonus meditation from, well, Christine, and from another, another collaborative of ours in the UK. Her name is Juliet Caraman. But you will be introduced to her later on in this program. But let me just explain to you that Christine here has an amazing voice for meditations. She makes meditation products. Christine, you want to tell us about your meditation products?
Yeah, certainly. So one of the things that has been a needle mover in the work that I do is allowing somebody to really dive deep and be guided, having the nervous system be able to follow from this higher state of arousal into this lower kind of state where that's when we can bring in new possibility. It's when we can learn, we can get the deeper wisdom from within. We have the ability to come from a really stressed space into one that feels really um, alive and safe. You know, for a lot of folks, we really walk around feeling unsafe. And so a lot of times when we can feel like we have the safety within and we don't have, you know, this monkey mind and this hamster on the wheel mind, we really have the ability to tap into so much more of our own innate wisdom. We can problem solve our own situations in our lives. We are able to really see past our limiting beliefs. So meditation is something that is so profound and such a staple in, I believe, everybody's life, where at least it needs to be.
Yes, I agree with you completely. I have been a meditator from the time I was 13 years old, and it has made quite a difference in my life. So, guys, so in this platform, I wanted to just tell you, because we're really, really excited about it, you will not only get video presentations that are modularized and specific to whatever issue you want to address in your life, but you will get exposure during that time, apart from this webinar that we've constructed for you, to either Christine, myself, or a number of other therapists who are professionals. We only chose the best professionals on this platform. And we chose them not based on how many credentials they have or what paper they have, but their client outcomes, whether people were satisfied with the outcomes they got from seeing this therapist. So we have chosen very carefully the people who are on this platform, and we want to ensure you that you're being exposed to the best people that we have found as therapists for therapists. So that is the first selling point that I just want to say about the platform. The second thing that I want to say is that if you want to have further sessions with any of the therapists on the platform, apart from the price that you would have paid for the course that you're doing, you are absolutely free to do so. You can contact us and we will put you in touch with this therapist. One of the good things that has come out of the whole pandemic and COVID-19 is the use of the internet. So if you wanted to see Christine and you were in, I don't know, Zimbabwe, you can do it now. Okay, the internet makes the world small. And so we created this platform with the idea that you're not necessarily you're not restricted to seeing a therapist in your locality. Some of you guys live in small towns, and there may be confidence issues depending on the professionality, the professional outlook of the therapist. But now you can see professionals from all over the world, and we have curated professionals from all over the world, right? So that you can be exposed to all different kinds of thinkings. We have therapists who are coming from a erotic blueprint perspective. We have therapists that are coming from the coaching community, the lifestyle coaching community. We have hypnotherapists on board. We have nutritionists. We have all sorts of people that you can actually get exposed to who would be knowledgeable about your problem. And if you have a problem that is not represented on the platform, we certainly know somebody because we have a network that can assist you in whatever you're experiencing. So we are here to serve, first of all. And on the subject of service, Christine, you have a few things on the go. Let's talk about Heart Samadhi. What is Heart Samadhi?
Heart Samadhi is, David, this is both, near and dear to both of our hearts. When we started to really speak about how we could be of service in this world, and the deeper mission that we both have to have people rise up above their limiting beliefs and really come into this life of living full out, we both started to collaborate all of our information together. And that's something that I really loved about working with you, because so many times, therapists will have a one-minded thinking. And when we came together, we really did come together with collaboration in all of our years of coming together. So I want to thank you for that. And Heart Samadhi really is a coming together of the amalgamation of all of the information that we both have. So the hands-on, the energetic aspects of eroticism and love, just the inner alignment of self, the trueness of self, the reclamation of ourselves, the R for the reclamation within heart, and the T was really, we came down to thinking about this as a therapy. And so when we thought about this, we didn't want to have an idea that it was just going to be talk based. We wanted to really have people learning the fullness of the energy, the spirituality, the embodiment piece, the physical, and really the empowerment of learning, of wisdom, of allowing the education piece on board as well. And so to have all of these things marry so that we have the tools going forward when we come out of our programs, the tools to come forward to really feel empowered, like that you really have a handle on yourself, and you can most certainly serve in the way that you're looking to serve. So with Heart Samadhi, we have different tiers of it. We have, the intro levels where you can come in and just start to get, biteable chunks, so to speak, of what it's like to live in the body, and what it's like, coming out of trauma, and what eroticism might be like for you. And then we have something where it's a deeper dive. It's really starting to learn yourself and your partner, so that you can have a deeper, more meaningful connection. And then we do have something that is very important to both of us, I'd like to say, and that's our facilitator training program. And so it really is the cultivation of coaches, and through the Heart Samadhi system. So really teaching folks the hands-on aspects, and the energetics, and the the spirituality. So really coming together, pulling together the mind, body, spirit connection with all of our years of combined wisdom pulled together. And we have both been in such a deep emergence with clients. And so we have a really well-rounded ability to look at our folks and really help with problem solving so that people can get to where they want to go.
Yes, so I want to jump in here. Heart Samadhi is something that's really near and dear to my heart. All puns intended. What we were hoping to accomplish with Heart Samadhi is a coaching methodology, a therapy methodology that breaks past the normal boundaries of what you expect in terms of therapy or going to a coach or going to a therapist. What we wanted to do is expand the horizon, right? For instance, as an example, if you go to a therapist, you might want to deal with a specific problem. Heart Samadhi deals with the underlying causes of what is hindering you, literally, from developing as a human being. We left no stone unturned in the Heart Samadhi curriculum. We really didn't, right? We're dealing with the mind, we're dealing with the body, and we're dealing with the spirit. There is no stone unturned in this program. This is one of the programs that I've developed. I've developed many programs over the years, like the Baby Steps for Adults program. Heart Samadhi, I wanted to throw everything but the kitchen sink in terms of my knowledge at this program. And so, guys, what we developed here is a system that will not only help you relate to your spouse, your significant other better, but the world in general. So as Christine was alluding to earlier on, we have different levels, which is the beginners, the foundation, and the practitioner. So you can become a coach in Heart Samadhi, but even at the coaching level, we threw everything but the kitchen sink at it. Okay, so you will receive a coaching certification, but you will not only just receive a coaching certification from Heart Samadhi, you will also receive a coaching certification in hypnotherapy. You will receive certifications from one program as opposed to shopping around, which is, I am a coach, and Christine will tell you the amount of money that we've spent to educate ourselves has been like, it's obscene. Okay, we don't want that for you guys. So those of you who are intending to become coaches yourself, we want to let you know that you will get multiple certifications in this program. If you want further information, you can just email us at info@arsessentia.org, and we will get right back to you. But we are also helping you set up your business even after that fact. As I said, we have a network. You are not going to be starting from scratch. There are a lot of coaching programs out there that will charge you $10,000. We certainly have paid more than that to become coaches and therapists ourselves, a lot more. Let's not even get into figures right now. We've certainly spent a lot more than that. You will not be spending that much money. We will help you get your business up and running and so on, because we genuinely care. So we're not going to try to upsell you into a mastermind that's like $25,000 or anything like that. No, that's just, we know what it is like as coaches. So we've thrown everything into this because we really realize that there are a lot of people who need help out there, and there are not enough coaches per ratio, per population, to the population to service the population. Okay, they just aren't. And instead of complaining that the world is going to hell, you got to get up and do something about it. So if you are listening to this webinar, if you're listening to this podcast, if you're listening anywhere and you're hearing what we are saying to you, and you have any kind of yearning that you can make a difference, then you need to contact us and you need to get into a program. Because one of the reasons why I picked Christine to work with on this project and on the Ars Essentia platform is that she's a true believer in making change. And it's very important that you have that stuff on board when you become a therapist or a coach. This is not a money-making venture. Yes, there's remuneration and everybody needs to make a living. But if you are not, your heart is not in the right place, all puns intended, once again, Heart Samadhi, right? If your heart is not in the right place, then you're just helping yourself, okay? So we wanted to do something for our clients, yes, but we also wanted to do something for the coaching communities, right? Christine has a wealth of knowledge. She's a Reiki master. So am I. I'm registered with the International Association of Counselors and Therapists. This is what you will be coming into, right? We wanted to give you education that means something. And so Heart Samadhi was born, and we collaborated on it, and we are here to present it to you on this big platform which we've created to assist our clients. So for those of you who think you're not economically sound in yourself to pursue a career in coaching, a career in becoming a therapist, what we want to say to you is you don't have to do it all right away. You don't have to do it all right away. We will assist you as much as we can. We are sincere in our commitment to you as prospective coaches and therapists, and we are definitely committed to our clients. So, Christine, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about online coaching. You've been doing some online coaching. How has that been going with regard to your clients?
Truthfully speaking, it's been amazing because a lot of times people really love the convenience of being in their home. And so they have they don't have the time constraints. They're in the security and the safety of their own places, so they can absolutely do the deep dive that they need to do in order to get some blocks moved. And then afterwards they have the ability to just write, journal, have a lay down, take care of themselves, do some self-care. So the ability for people to be in their homes has actually been amazing. In terms of the therapy itself, it makes no difference, because when you are coming to a place of true contact and true presence with another human being, it doesn't matter if you're sitting 1 foot in front of somebody or if you're virtual. It absolutely makes no difference. And so the distance actually has not been a hindrance whatsoever. It has actually allowed my folks to go even deeper.
Yes, that is absolutely a very good point you've just made there. And I want to touch on a few things that you said there. The difference between virtual and actually speaking to somebody when you're initiating a talking cure is absolutely, there is no difference. That is the first thing. The second thing that, and which is another selling point for the platform, is that the aftercare that we have put into the platform, hopefully this COVID-19 pandemic won't go on forever. There will be an end to it where we can actually meet each other again. And we have retreat options built in for you guys at discount prices. As I said to you before, the emphasis here is to assist. We are here to serve, first and foremost, as opposed to doing the money grab, which a lot of which a lot of systems are trying to do right now because there's a pandemic on. We want you guys to feel comfortable to come to us and to contact us as much as you whenever you can. The platform is here for you to use. There are also a bunch of free courses on this platform that can assist you. They are yours to use. They're yours to enjoy as much as you can. If you know someone who needs help, we have developed an inbuilt referral system. Now, I want to speak to you a little bit about this, a referral system, an affiliate system. Let's say you want to do a course on our platform and you have 3 friends who want to do the course. If you guys join as a group, there is a discount to all of you guys because we want to reach as many people as we possibly can. So we do have an affiliate system where we discount groups, and we want to put this out there to you guys because we would like we would like you guys to come into your own in terms of being able to help other people. Okay? We would like to come into your own. So we want to start this from there. In terms of community, we've built an Ars Webinar community online, not Facebook, because Facebook has become suboptimal in terms of the subject matter you can discuss in groups and so on with their algorithms and the rules that have been introduced to Facebook and YouTube. So we've built an online community with the same parameters as Facebook, so that you guys can interact with one another. You guys can message one another and support one another. We want to build community into this platform as opposed to just becoming a commercial enterprise. And we will stick by that promise to you guys. We want to build community. So we want you guys to interact with each other, to support each other, right? The whole purpose of this platform is to give some hope in dark times. These are dark times, and we want you guys to know that, you know, you're not the only one who's looking to connect with other people, and we're trying to connect you guys with each other, and we're trying to connect you guys in a place that is safe, non-judgmental, right? And you could learn a lot about yourself, and you could assist others by your experience and so on. No experience is wasted. I wanted to just throw this back to Christine on the subject of experience. What has been your experience with using communities to help and heal? You've done a lot of work in Regina. I've actually been following your work for some time, and like I am amazed at of the way you get people to come together and actually speak together. We actually collaborated on an event recently. You want to talk about that?
I do. I want to talk about a couple of things that you just mentioned. Yeah, we collaborated on an event, and it was, I mean, we pulled it together in no time flat. But I think that the reason it was able to come to such a beautiful um, fruition was that it's the mission that we both carry. It's this drive behind the quality of community that we're wanting to really create. And so, as you had mentioned, safety, non-judgment, and really allowing people to show up wherever they are is absolutely paramount for people to feel like they belong. And so at this time right now, people are feeling like they don't belong anywhere because of the pandemic. There's no place for people. So it's really, really important to create this sense of community. And so it is a place of coming together in a different kind of connection.
Yes. And here is the thing that we want to stress. This community is not closed to anyone.
Mm-mm.
It's not closed to anyone. I cannot stress this enough. This is not a community where there is judgment. It's not close to anyone, right? What we are trying to do here, whether you think that you are unlovable, whether you think that you do not belong anywhere, you belong here. You belong here. And we will find a space for you to interact, right? It does not matter what you have done, what you think you're going through that no one understands. Someone understands. There are 8 billion people in this world. So we want to invite you into this platform, first of all. It does not matter what age you are. It does not matter what your sexual preference is. I mean, we have erotic blueprint coaches on the platform. So it doesn't matter whatever sexual preference you have, you can come in here and you can actually talk to us. It doesn't matter what your gender orientation is, and it does not matter what your race is. Clearly, it doesn't matter what your race is, right? Whether you're feeling dejected, whether you're in dark spaces, you need community, you need people to help you out of where you are. Isolation never helps anybody. So a lot of places are experiencing a lockdown. Some places are going back into a lockdown, and it's not really good for the psychology of human beings, right? It isn't.
And I just want to speak a little bit to that, because as this pandemic has started to, shut down the world, and as we have been seeing so many different movements right now, we are really starting to see the kind of the lifting off of all of the suppression, and lifting off of all of the freeze and the collapse that we've all been in. And as this lifts, what I have been recognizing is globally, we are starting to come up and out. And so what that means is we're looking for each other. We're looking for education. We're looking for the things that are going to bring us more meaning in our lives. And I know with certainty that community and belonging are so deeply important to our well-being, spiritually, mentally, physically. And so we really do encourage everybody, if you feel like you are at the depths of despair, or you feel like you are just ready to take your life to the next level and really wanting to blow into the profession of deep change for others. I mean, you belong here. This is our mission. It's so important. This community will serve you, and not only serve you from this place of emotion and connection and communication, but also really helping to build businesses, if that's your angle, if you're wanting to build a business. And so many times I see folks that they don't know how. They're starting to come up into this emergence of who they are, and starting to believe that they have something to give. And so then they start to learn, but then they don't know how. They don't know how. They don't know the steps. They don't know how to charge. They don't know how to set up a business. They don't know how to get out there. And so really, I cannot emphasize enough just that we here at Ars Essentia have really created all of it, because we really do want to help folks make a difference.
Agreed, agreed, and everything you have just said. There are a few other points that I just want to bring up before we round this off. The first point I want to bring up with regard to the Ars Essentia platform is that this is not the end of all the stuff that we're doing. We are going to be having events as soon as all this pandemic has lifted. We had a couple events even in the pandemic, and they were hugely successful. Um, I'm very happy to report that actually. And we want to invite you guys to the events that we will be bringing forward. We've had webinars, we've had events, we've been very active during this time. That's the first point I want to bring up. The second point that I want to bring up with regard to the Ars Essentia platform, we are connected to a bunch of therapists all over the world. We have destinations in Barbados, we have destinations in the US, we have destinations in Canada and so on. So if you guys are out there and you're listening to this, please understand that we are connecting people together, right? We're connecting different races, religions, creeds, and so on. And we are trying as much as possible to bring back some light into the darkness that is 2020. We may have entered 2020 in darkness. We're not going out of 2020 in darkness. I wanted to say this to you guys because it's things are looking a lot bleaker for some people. Some people are feeling despondent and so on. And you don't have to be. You don't have to be. So from here on in, if you are listening to this, it is a choice that you have. Will you take the challenge and let the light in, or will you just continue along with despair? Okay, as we said before, this is not just about money for us. It's also about community, and the darkness becomes a lot deeper without community and togetherness. So there is that second point that I want to make. The third point that I would like to make, which is a very fundamental point. You're seeing the Ars Essentia platform if you are here, or if you'll be redirected if you're seeing this promo anywhere else. But we have an infrastructure for you guys, which is extremely exciting. Being a data scientist and a developer, I am developing stuff for you guys. I am going to take you guys away from the doldrums of social media and give you your own social media that matters. No fluff, no advertising, no any of that stuff. We are developing things that are, um, for want of a better words, we're developing big things. Okay, we're developing big things, and we're developing them for you guys specifically, because part of the reason why people are feeling despondent is that there's bad news everywhere. Okay, like every time I open my Facebook, I'm like, oh God, no. Is there no way to escape from, like, I don't know, politics? Is there no place to escape from fanaticism? Is there no place? We're not fanatics here, and we're not the woo-woo types either. We deal with reality, and we're bringing reality to you in a way that you can appreciate. We have many different coaching techniques represented here on the platform. We have people from the Erotic Blueprint community. Am I supposed to say TM at the end of that? I don't know. We have people from the AE360 community. We have access consciousness people. We have hypnotherapists and so on. And they have all come together for the first time. They're coming together and they're collaborating. And collaboration is a beautiful thing, because one therapist will not change the whole world, but an army of therapists will make a dent. We have meditators, we have TM people, we have people from the yoga community and so on. And we have found the best people who are collaborating. And when you enter the Ars Sensia community, you're not just entering into an A360 platform, you're not just entering into an erotic blueprint platform, you're entering into a platform where everything is possible. Okay, there's no more specialization. You will be exposed to every thought in terms of coaching and therapy that there is out there, right? So you don't have to shop around and walk around and find this therapist and spend this money and find another therapist and spend that money and so on. We have all the therapists on one platform, and we will be exposing you to different systems of thought, okay? We do not claim to have the answer, right? We do not claim to have the answer, but we know where we can get one. Big difference. So, Christine, about the diversity in terms of methodologies and so on, you have learned so many things. I can't, like, I seem to lose track. You've learned so many things. Tell me about diversity in terms of practice when you're dealing with your clients and so on.
Diverse, you're correct. I have trained all over North America for years and years and years and put massive amounts of money into it. And I can't tell you how, had I been just starting out, had a platform like this been so advantageous for me, I would have been able to get all the things that I needed to know. So diversity is everything, because people are different humans, and we need to connect with another human being exactly where they are. And that is so important, because if we come at somebody with a one track mind of this one thing is going to help everybody, that person is not being fully served. You really do need to see a human being for their totality of where they're at, what their life has been like. Is there trauma on board? What do they actually even want? And so the one-stop shop didn't work for me. And I've been in this business for long enough to know that it didn't work for anybody else I know. So it really was about this well-rounded wealth of information, being able to hold all of that while someone is sitting in front of you, so that you really truly can serve that human being in front of you with whatever best tool is going to fit for them. So the diversity here on this platform is by far the best I've ever seen. And I have traveled all over North America.
Yes, and there is another aspect to this. I forgot my fourth point from my previous little rant there. And my fourth point is that there is spirituality to be considered. Okay, there is spirituality to be considered. And I, as a coach, as a therapist myself, I have never left that part out. Okay, a lot of people are just not seen as themselves. They're not seen for the souls and the people that they are. Okay, there is a mechanical way you can go about therapy, and there is the empathic way you can go about becoming um, a resource for someone, right? You need to see the whole individual. Um, and one of the things that I was absolutely adamant about in building this platform is that I find people who can see the totality of experience. A lot of our practitioners here, as I said before, have supplemental training, which they have brought into their therapy and so on. But all of them see individuals as souls that need a little bit of a hands up. Okay, we do not see patience. We do not see. We will not give you that sort of look like you're sick or any of that nonsense. That is just nonsense. There's nothing wrong with you. You may just need guidance. And this is how we've always approached our clients. Okay? So if you're listening to this right now and you think there's something terribly wrong with me, revise that. Revise that. So Christine, I'm going to let you have the last word here. We need to round up because this interview has gone on quite a bit. Tell us what your experience of spirituality is, what is your outlook, and what can your clients and the people on this platform expect?
Spirituality is really near and dear to all of our hearts if we just actually close our eyes and see. And when we lose sight of who we are or what we're connected to, we lose everything. And so it doesn't matter the outlook in which you have in terms of spirituality. It really does come down to, are you connected to yourself, the trueness of who you are, the essence of what you are? Are you congruent with your belief systems? Are you living a life that feels authentic to you? And that is going to be different for every single human being. And so to have somebody holding the space, the safe container for you to be able to figure that out is extremely important. So my belief systems are, I'm not expecting them to be your belief systems and vice versa. But I will tell you that what you believe and what you hold sacred and dear to yourself is absolutely important to me. You will never see or hear me judge that. And so what our folks here can expect is when they're showing up and when they're coming into the depth of who they are choosing to experience themselves to be within spirituality, within their physical self, within their mental self, they will be honored for all of it and seen truly as a sacred being.
Excellent. And with that, we are going to round up this webinar and this broadcast. If you guys, once again, have any questions or any queries, you can reach Christine at
.com.
heartsamadhi.com. I'm going to spell that HeartSamadhi, spelled in the old Sanskrit way.com. And for the Ars Essentia team, we can be reached at info@Ars Essentia, ARSESSENTIA.org. All right. So with that, we're going to wrap this up. Christine, thank you very much for being here. And namaste, Christine.
Much love.